Anyway, so I had a New Year's resolution. I decided I'm going to stop watching. I'm going to stop watching cable news. Okay? I'm not going to watch, Walter Cronkite was the gateway drug to this stuff. Right? Okay? Am I right? Okay? One minute you're on Peter Jennings, next minute you're snorting Fox. So, but anyway, so I said, I'm not going to stop. I don't care which side they're on, I'm going to stop watching it. And so I'm like, what do I do? So I started watching sports. And I started watching a lot of sports. One thing I realized, whether it was baseball or football or basketball, every one of the commercials on those broadcasts is for one of four things. Am I right? Right? It's beer, it's pickup trucks, it's online gambling, and hey, sports and gambling, what could possibly go wrong there? And finally, anybody, what's the fourth? Anybody? Yes, ED. There and there, we got two winners in stereo. Yes, ED medications, yes. And I had to be enlightened on this. I had to be educated on this whole ED thing because apparently it's the worst thing facing America today. Forget the $38 trillion debt. We got ED to deal with. I'm learning more about this ED thing, and I'm listening to the commercials, and great that they have these drugs, but the side effects, it's kind of terrifying. And I started thinking, here's why they haven't cured ED, okay? They haven't cured ED because they're trying to treat it as a medical problem, okay? And it's not, you don't treat it like a medical problem. It is an economics problem. Now, I have a degree in economics, not to brag. And the first thing you learn in economics is supply and demand, right? Anybody economics students here? Yes. Okay, supply and demand. The whole problem with erectile dysfunction is, when you're a guy and you're young, you got lots of supply, not so much demand. And then later on, years later, you get more demand and not so much supply. So, and I started thinking, isn't it a shame I couldn't have just saved them up, for later. And so I wrote this song. I'd like to apologize ahead of time. Watching baseball on the TV when I happened to see me a commercial for a big drug company about a dandy medication that they sell throughout the nation for a malady they say is called ED. Well, they say it brings erections if you follow the directions, but the side effects sound scary as can be. And my mind went back and wandered to the ones that I had squandered in the days when I was in my puberty. All those wasted erections from my younger days, wish I could have saved them for when my hair turned gray. If God would grant me just one wish I could have saved all those wasted erections from my younger days. All those wasted erections from my younger days. You guys are going to sing along in that chorus next time. I hope you know it. Well, as a boy, it hit you around the time of your bar mitzvah, in the classroom, or when playing water sports. When you see a pretty lassie with a well-appointed chassis, and you feel a strange sensation in your shorts. But one day you turn 50 and things are not so nifty, and the flagpole's only flying at half-mast. And you wish you could have banked them, but instead you went and spanked them. Those spontaneous erections from your past. Here we go. All those, everybody, wasted erections from my younger days. Wish I could have saved them for when my hair turned gray. Just the girls on this next part. If God would grant me just one wish I could have saved all those wasted erections from my younger days. All those wasted erections from my younger days. Well, your urologist could treat you with Viagra or Levitra or another artificial pill or plan. But you'd never be a loner with a free-range teenage boner You'd be a local hero and your copay would be zero. So go on and use Cialis to invigorate your phallus, and it might just do the job successfully. But better hope your superpowers don't last longer than 4 hours, or the hospital is where you're going to be. As the nurse gets you deflated, you might wish that you had waited for a flashback from your youth to come around. But when you use medication to stimulate inflation, just remember that what goes up must come down. All those wasted erections from my younger days, wish I could have saved them for when my hair turned gray. Everybody on this now. Well, if God would grant me just one wish I could have saved all those wasted erections from my younger days. All those wasted erections. Well, I ain't got no collection of those wasted erections from my younger days. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.